Hey everybody, welcome to the Narcissistic Abuse Recovery Care Network. I'm Dean, the host of the N.A.R.C.N Network and channel, and also the host of the Unmasking the Narcissist channel. Today I'm going to be presenting to you episode 174, and the title of episode 174 is When the Narcissist Shows Their True Selves. So what we're going to be talking about in this particular episode is when you actually get to see the true self nature of the narcissist. Now, when we refer to the true self, we're referring to what the narcissist actually really is in their whole of their being, what their soul exists of, what they really are representationally, energetically of themselves. And as we've talked about in previous N.A.R.C.N episodes in the past, narcissists have several distinctive selves. One of those is the false self. That is the thing where we see out of the narcissist, we see very caring behavior, very nurturing ways of being, showing interest, showing empathy, or at least contrived empathy, showing an interest in the people that they're becoming involved with when they're actually behaving in that first initial state with us, where they're love bombing us, where they're showing us a lot of attention, where they're showing, they're basically presenting themselves to us as this almost perfect mate individual that we've dreamed about having. That is the false self of the narcissist. Then we have the true self of the narcissist, and that is to say, that fake thing that we know exists in the narcissist, where the reason they're giving you attention is because they want something off you. They want fuel off you. They want attention. They want, other sources of supply off you. Perhaps they want money. Perhaps they desire to social climb. Perhaps they desire just be the light of the light of your life, or the light of the party in an instance. All these false things that the narcissist actually desires that you don't actually really see in the beginning. That is the false self of the narcissist. So as we can see, there are two sides at least presented that the narcissist has that are completely juxtaposed to each other here, as far as what we get to see and what the narcissist really is. There are also other instances that we talk about within the confines of the false self of the narcissist. We've covered these in some other episodes on the N.A.R.C.N network. You guys can look those up, so we're not really addressing those particular topics here necessarily right now. We're talking about that actual true self that the narcissist presents. So when do we really get to see that true self, or that real side of the narcissist? Well, we often get to see this at a time when the narcissist is no longer envisioning us as being that perfect person to them either. They, in the beginning of how a narcissist deals with you, they love bomb you, they put you on a pedestal, they idolize you, they just do everything that they can to make you also be that perfect person that they want as well too. But as we know from talking about this in previous N.A.R.C.N episodes, they then arrive at a point where they have to devalue you. And they have to find some means of devaluing you. So they start to pick out particular things that they see might be wrong with you. And this is the starting point for their devaluation with you. So when we get to that devaluation point where they are devaluing us in some capacity, or they are starting to, this is the exact point excuse me, where we start to see the true self of the narcissist. We start to see the nature of the narcissist. We start to see their bad behavior, the bad ways that they act, how they start to interject negative things into the relationship with us, how they start to interject chaos and turmoil and imbalance with us. this is the point where we start to see the true self of the narcissist as it comes out slowly. How long can it take for this to particularly happen with a narcissist? Well, it depends on the narcissist. Usually very high levels or ultras can go a very long time before you see any of this behavior. Mid-levels and lowers, it takes a little less time. It can be as few as a few months, 3 months maybe. Maybe a little longer than that, 6 months. Sometimes it can take even up to a year. But at some point you'll start to see this devaluation come from the narcissist. And this is when you'll start to see the narcissist for what they really are. It's just a matter of time. It's never a question of, is the narcissist ever going to do this? No. The narcissist is going to present their true self to you at some point. It's just a matter of time of how long that time is going to take. If you're providing them with a lot of fuel, and a lot of very positive fuel, sometimes also negative fuel for narcissists who actually get more out of negative fuel than positive fuel, that is to say, negative attention versus positive attention, or whatever else it is they're looking for. If they're getting a lot of what they need out of you in either of those ways, it can take longer. You may not see the true self quite far into the relationship. It can actually take years sometimes if you're a really good source of fuel. If you're a really good source of fuel, the narcissist is not going to want to get rid of you. If you're a terrible source of fuel, they're going to want to get rid of you and put you in a devaluation as quickly as they can and go get that fuel from somebody else who provides it to them in a more positive or more beneficial way than they get it off of you. But the same thing applies. You're going to see that negative true self of the narcissist at some particular point when you are no longer of the same value as you were in the beginning, when they were love bombing you and when they saw you as basically a perfect candidate for them to be in a relationship with. So this is basically when you will actually see that true self persona come out of the narcissist, is when they don't see you as being as much value to them as they did in the beginning, when you were this prime, pristine object of adoration that they fantasized about. Now they've got you in that devaluation phase, and you're going to start to see what's really going on with the narcissist inside and how they're really going to behave with you. And this is just basically what I wanted to talk about in episode 174, is when you'll actually see that true self of the narcissist come out and how long it can actually take to happen. Because as we mentioned here, it can take varying amounts of time. Sometimes it's not very long, sometimes it's years. It depends on the narcissist that you're dealing with. So that was the basic ideas for episode 174. I'm going to say to you guys, please stay tuned. I've got lots of other content coming up on the N.A.R.C.N network and also on the Unmasking the Narcissist channel. I hope you guys have a great day, and I'll catch you guys really soon.